Here I'm going to show you how you can make your 90 centimeter paper timeline. All right, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take, you've got 2 sheets of plain paper. You can use any paper. If you don't have computer paper, grab some lined notebook paper and use that. It's okay if it's got lines on it, not a big deal. You're going to divide the paper up into 3 parts, right? So if you don't have a ruler, that's okay. You can still estimate, like putting your, you can fold it into thirds, and you can use the creases, right, to draw your lines, okay? You can use any straight edge. Again, if you don't have a ruler, it's okay, but you're just going to make 3 vertical lines, and you're going to do that twice. All right, I'm just going to do it once, and then I'm going to cut along those lines. If you don't have scissors, you can just keep folding back and forth along the line and carefully tear. So that's an option if you don't have scissors handy. Okay, so you've got 6 now pieces that are the same length to use. What I'd like you to do is take 4 of those pieces, so set 2 aside. You're going to take 4 of those pieces and you're just going to tape them together, turning them horizontally and taping them together on end to end. Okay, boom. All right, there's one. Move it over. I'm going to tape another one to it. And again, just taping them together. Another one. So we have, in the end, a long strip of paper. All right, again, it does not have to be perfect at this point. Okay, so we have this long piece of paper. All right, now this is more than 90 centimeters, but that's okay. All right, because we're going to need to use some of that extra space. Okay, at the far left side of your paper, right now I am on textbook page F19. I'm on step 11, part B. All right, so essentially what I'm going to do, it says draw a vertical line near one end of your long strip of paper and label it the origin of the earth. All right, so I'm going to draw at one end. I'm at the left side, okay, and I'm going to label this the origin of earth. Okay, essentially, oh, it's very bright now. Okay, here we go. Okay, the light is adjusting right now. It's a little too bright. Let's try that. I don't know why it's being funky right now. All right, whatever. Okay, so here we have the origin of Earth. Essentially, this is going to be your starting point. All right, so in your notebook, you have already filled in your chart with your calculations here. Okay, so you're going to be using your calculations, right? So again, the length of the Cenozoic time period, which is the most recent time period, if we round to the hundredths place, is 1.3. Mesozoic is 3.7. Late Paleozoic is 3.3. Early Paleozoic is 2.5. We have 69.2 for late Precambrian, and then 10. All right, so we're going to essentially just use these measurements starting at this point. We're going to measure. All right, so starting at the origin of the Earth, okay, we're going to measure. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. origin of the Earth is going to be down here at the bottom, okay? So this is most distant, so that's going to be this side of our timeline is going to be the most distant, okay? And then as we make our way all the way down, we're going to end up, this end is going to be the most recent, all right? So we'll get there in a moment. So here we go. Origin of Earth, we're down here. We need to measure 10 centimeters, okay? So I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to measure 10 centimeters. Remember, you have a ruler, you have a centimeter markings on the back of your planner. I think it's on the back inside front cover. I'm not sure. You're going to have to look because I didn't bring a planner home with me, but you should have yours in your backpack. So do that. Now, if you just look at the approximate length of my notebook, I mean, that's 10 centimeters. So you might have to estimate if you don't have a ruler, okay? All right, there we go. Okay, now this right here is going to mark the end of the early Precambrian, 4,500 to 4,000 million years ago, which lasted 500 million years. So basically this piece of time, right, was only 10 centimeters on our timeline, but it lasted 500 million years, all right, if we're keeping it to scale, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and label this early Precambrian. Right? And that was 4,500 to 4,000 million years ago. Okay, so essentially what that means is this mark right here, this line, is the 4,500 million years ago from today. All right. This line right here is then 4,000 million years ago. So that is right there. Okay. All right. We're going to continue to do this for each time period. So the next one is late Precambrian. It goes from this point, which is 4,000 million years ago, to 540 million years ago. This, if you notice, this is the longest, right, time span on our chart. It's going to be 69.2 centimeters long from here. So from here, you are going to measure 69.2 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start at 0 right there. And like my ruler is, it goes to 30 centimeters. So I'm going to make a little mark right there showing that that's, oops, that was a little off. And guys, it's okay if you're off by a centimeter. Okay, there's the 30 mark. I'm going to continue, and I'm going to do another 30 from that point. That's going to put me here, so that's 60, and then I need to be at 69.2, so about right there. So that's basically my next division of time. All right, right there. Okay, so this is actually my 540 MYA mark. All right, so what that means is this whole time period, 4,000 million years ago, up to 540, boom, was the late Precambrian. So somewhere, I can't really zoom out very well on this camera, but somewhere in the middle, all right, I want you to label that late Precambrian. Okay, and again, goes from 4,000 million years ago up to 540 million years ago. Okay. All right, so that takes care of that one. Then you're going to do the next one, early Paleozoic, which